Hello and welcome back for part 4 of the Malekith One Settlement campaign.
Ever vengeful.
So we just sacked Dagrak's End and can start with doing some level ups here. Let's see, upkeep down for Malekith's army. Yeah, casualty replenishment rate's attractive too, although I guess I have Black Arcs to help with that, at least when I'm fighting near the coast. Um, how good is this? Yeah, I guess I need to decide whether how much I care about this 15% upkeep. I mean, it is the case that I'm not going to have much in the way of income, so saving that money sounds attractive. On the other hand, like that 15% is not going to be enough to let me, field a second army when I couldn't otherwise, or whatever. It's still not a huge benefit. Okay, I've got to lightning strike. That was the main thing I was doing down here. Neither of these are particularly high priority. Let's just have a look over this way. So I believe... Yeah, I believe at rank 12 you can basically go and get all 4 of these points. So 9, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, so if I just saved points from this stage until rank 12, I could just get all of these abilities, and they are very powerful. I mean, these are pretty substantial bonuses. Um, yeah, obviously stuff like 5% tax rate is doing less for me when I only have one settlement, but nevertheless, there's a lot of this that I want. I don't need to decide what I want to do down here yet. Of course, in principle I could take multiple of these skills or none of them, so just hold off on that.
A capable servant.
Okay, so this master's got rank 4, and yeah, this is the one I really want, I think. Slave decline rate minus 10% is... There's a few sources of slave decline rate that you need to kind of stack together to remove it altogether, as in, make it so you're not losing slaves. Um, Codon Chariot's not available till later, that's right. Okay, so at rank 5 I'll pick up the second point to stimulate growth. Sure, I'm not sure that this is an essential ability, but there might be battles where I have issues with leadership with my other troops and this helps, so I'll pick it up there.
Black-hearted rogue.
And prioritize stimulate growth here, I think. Well, hold on. No, that's not necessary. I'm not going to be back in... I don't have to spend put a point here now. I'm not going to be back in Nagarond until this guy's higher level, so I can just stick the point here instead, I think. Okay, so my plan... My plan here, I think, is to actually leave this settlement and come over here, defeat their army, and raise Iron Frost. And I might have to do that over a couple of turns. I'm going to try and use Raid Stance to avoid taking attrition damage here. This turn I can't because I've used too much movement. So I think this turn I just walk over here like this. And yeah, so Malekith saving that skill point, no problem. Research. Yeah, I think just upgrade 1 is good. I like the extra Black Arc growth. We're definitely going to lean on the Black Arcs for military recruitment, as I have mentioned. So great to get that going. And Nagaron gets to tier 3. Great, okay. In a few turns I'll have to just check on my gold to make sure I have enough to afford this stuff. And I'll have to figure out as well what I'm doing with those 2 slots that open up, but I don't need to do that right now.
Black-hearted dreadlord.
This guy actually got to rank 4 too.
And cruel.
Yeah, he's not exactly going to be fighting any battles soon, so this isn't valuable, but all of these are... Yeah, no, I mean, none of these are really doing anything for me currently. I'll just buy it for the future. Okay, public order is suffering a little bit here. Okay, that faction bonus will go up to 8 as public order drops further. Yeah, that slaves -8 is quite a problem now. I'm up to 42% of the slave capacity. Check on how much money they're making. I mean, they are making 200 gold a turn for me, which is good. Yeah, so we'll be fine here. It's just a case of, if necessary, recruiting extra units, just like as a temporary kind of filler in this army. They're very cheap upkeep-wise, so I could actually just recruit these Dark Shards, for example, or even cheaper, like the Dread Spears or Bleak Swords. I think... I know I'm paying a little extra for buildings and having growth cut a little for the poor public order, but it's too expensive to completely turn the public order around, is the thing. Let's just... Okay, I should have checked this earlier, but let's see what happens at below -75, how big the penalties are there, and I can kind of decide how much to invest in soldiers to maintain public order. Yeah, I don't think I need to do any diplomacy. Guess Crone Helleborn is right here. I could ask if she's willing to declare war on Mung, because that would just she could just wipe out that army before she takes Dargoth.
Don't waste my time with petty intrigues.
Okay, she's not so interested in doing that. That's fine. I didn't want her to get too distracted by fighting the Mung. Like, I'd rather she kind of focus on one person at a time, so that's why I didn't want to bring her into the war in the first place. So we could have a pretty tough battle in a turn or two here, depending on what exactly happens with the troops in Ironfrost, but I think we should be able to deal with them fine. I'm really glad she started colonizing the other territory. She took that out too, good. Next thing, I want to see her building up a second army. I mean, she has got troops here. I guess she recruited a few of them. Okay, you're heading back this way, fair enough. Okay, so it looks like I managed to do exactly what I wanted, which is draw out their army. So we're able to fight them after taking a bit of attrition damage, but not like multiple turns of attrition, which is great. Okay, they have quite a few javelin units, but I actually quite like the javelin units compared to the other like early game Norsca infantry, but they're not good against like missile units that outrange them pretty much. So I think I have a good matchup there. Okay, let's stick this point into... I just want this guy to have more defensive capabilities. Like, my masters and Malekith, even to some extent, my infantry are just trying to hold the line and let my crossbows do all the damage at this point.
Lord of the Black Tower.
Okay, yep, let's launch this attack.
No mercy.
Well, actually gives them an advantage. Really surprised to see that. I mean, they've got more experienced chevrons, but I think our crossbows are just going to absolutely devastate them. I've also got magic that they don't have. Yeah, I need to be obviously careful and not sloppy here or whatever, but I think we should be able to win this pretty decisively. Okay, that's not a great wins magic roll. Oh, this is an interesting deployment option. Don't think I've played on this map for a while. Huh. So we could just, like, barricade ourselves, if you like, in this little pass. Although, they could come up the sides and throw javelins down onto us. That doesn't seem so good. Let's try and get a little more magic. Nope, that's not the way I wanted that to go. And they've kind of taken a defensive posture up the hill there. Interesting. Okay, so... yeah, I think I just want to deploy up this way and then redeploy after the battle starts out here. Kind of with this wall on one flank and the trees on the other. I think that's a good position. I mean, we have the advantage of magic, artillery, and so on, so I'm very confident I can use... like, I don't think there's going to be a problem in baiting them into coming towards me. Though by the looks of the deployment, they're not going to be rushing to do that. Yeah, I think I'll definitely mix up the formation for the crossbows and do something a bit different from a single line, but let's not worry about that right now.
Wage war!
Malekith.
Chariot's going to start down here. I guess I'll ask the chariot to the chaos attrition, that's too bad. Okay, so you come stand about here. Yeah, it's such a good defensive position for the bolt throwers at the top of this hill. I really like that. And then I want roughly square blocks for the crossbowmen. And I think I'll go for a checkerboard formation where I have every other crossbowman unit standing slightly further forward. The idea being that I'm probably not going to stop them getting into melee, just there's too many of them. But that way I don't get like multiple units in my line engaged at once. If one unit gets into melee, the units to their left and right can still keep shooting because they're slightly further back. So it's a strategy I've seen used to great success by various Total War players, and I think it's a good one for here as well. Okay, we'll have one of our masters on each flank, roughly, Malekith and Sorceress in the middle. Alright, so where are their cavalry? There's one unit there and probably two on the other flank. Yeah, the AI is pretty predictable about splitting cavalry up like this, and this actually is impassable. Yeah, you can't walk over that. Interesting.
We are ready. Understood.
Yeah, because they have cavalry, I'm a little reluctant to have like my sorceress wander up here and start casting fireballs at them because she's on foot and, you know, excuse me, she's prone to be chased down by the cavalry and take damage, whatever. So let's just see if I can get them off that hill with my chariot's missile fire. Yeah, it looks like a pretty solid line from this angle. The hill's not super steep that they have to walk up to get to us, but it's still a bit of a hill. Okay, so we're speed 66, they are speed 90. Okay.
Dealers in death.
It's the missile fire from the Marauder Horsemen that I think's scariest, if I remember correctly. They do, yeah, they didn't do much armor piercing damage in melee. Missile strength. Yeah. Actually, I don't think the Marauder Horsemen are bad units. I personally find them very hard to play with because they're very micro-intensive, so I haven't had success using lots of them at once, but 1 or 2 in an army I think is pretty effective.
Going. Advance, Druki.
I mean, I'm not doing anything more complicated than just literally walking towards them until we're in range.
Glorious destruction.
We outrange all their javelins, so we'll just start shooting at their javelin units, and either they have to come towards us, which is what I want, or we just get to use our ammo and kill a bunch of them, which I'm honestly okay with.
Make them bleed. To destruction, as you say. Onward.
There we go. Yeah, they're coming in. Alright.
Onwards to murder.
Let's try not to get caught by the cavalry, although that is a possibility here.
It is done.
I probably want to switch skirmish mode off. Okay, they're not. Yeah, they're sort of skirmishing too. Ouch, took quite a little damage there from the throwing axes.
Forward.
Alright, so what I want to do with these crossbows is, like I was mentioning, kind of stagger the formation like this.
Following orders.
Don't like having these 2 infantry units up front like this. Yeah, they're coming towards me now. Great. Hopefully we can also deal with the cavalry before the rest of the troops get there.
Dread spears.
Yeah, I think this is all fine. This is, I think this should be the hardest battle I have to fight in this sort of mini-campaign against the Mung. And even if I take quite a lot of damage here, provided I don't have units actually wiped out, I'm quite happy. Like, I just have to go destroy the garrison in their capital, which is, 9 units or whatever. It's not going to be super strong. Yeah, so it's pretty clear what's going to happen to these Mortar Horsemen. Let's start shooting at their infantry back here, and yeah, have my sorceress wander forwards to get in range for some magic. Guess that kind of avoided.
Chariot.
Yeah, my chariots are taking too much damage here. I think I'd rather just pull back. Alright, so another unit of horsemen there, but like, what can they do? I mean, they can't get up this slope. I might redeploy and have this unit just over this way.
Forward. The merciless host. With pleasure. On to
Okay, if they're getting even closer, then yeah, that unit's just done for. Alright, let's try and drop down a Flamestorm. This clump of infantry in the middle. So over here is a good clump. Yeah, that was pretty good. Oh shoot, I timed that wrong. I needed the Flamestorm to expire before. Yeah, I didn't quite do that right. It's okay though. Well, I guess they sort of dodged that, but at the price of breaking up their advance, which is what I was going for.
I crave battle.
battle ready.
Okay, let's concentrate fire into this mass of units. Yeah.
The merciless host.
Spearmen just need to hold here. Let the crossbows do their thing. Yeah, you stay out of harm's way, that's good. And get a Flamestorm down right here as they come in. Okay, Blackguard engaged on this flank with the other master. Critically, all my crossbowmen are still shooting though. Yeah, so we're going to take damage in the melee, that's inevitable, but yeah, I think this is all worked out exactly how I wanted. Let's have the chariots start running down their infantry over there. Okay. Yeah, we basically created a chain route by just doing kind of just concentrated like missile fire. Took care of them. Yeah, that was about as effective as I could hope for, I think. Okay, I'll have my crossbowmen advance. I don't think we're going to be fast enough to like run up here and then have time to shoot them, but let's see. Speed 33. Yeah, we might do if they're more tired than we are. What do I want to run down here? They've got a lot of stuff left. Yeah, killing the javelins is okay. Yeah, don't have any of the fast units, sadly. Okay, and that's their general. Oh, leave him. Yeah, if we kill him... Sorry, yeah, if we leave him alive, and he's at low health in the next battle, we can easily kill him and give them the leadership, you know, debuff from having the general killed. I'm really surprised they routed as fast as they did. I think it's just what I said before the battle, like, crossbowmen and the bolt throwers are very effective against lightly armoured troops. And, I mean, sure, Sorcerer's got 200 kills, but, like, magic wasn't that effective. It was just mass crossbows did for them. Yeah, try and actually wipe that unit out if you can. So we're letting him escape, that's okay though. Malekith can just chase after something aimlessly. Yeah, took a bit of damage. Don't care too much about damage on my melee troops, and it was spread around. It wasn't like one unit just got hammered. So I think this all overall went very well indeed. Okay, and that unit's... yeah, that unit's so low they're actually going to get wiped out, and we're not going to catch anyone else, so... Oh, close victory. It's a little frustrating. Really don't think I suffered enough damage to make that close, but so it goes sometimes. Should maybe put this banner that increases speed on my chariots.
Malekith, free the feeble wretches.
Okay, lots of gold. Magic armor for Malekith, okay. Not bad.
Enslave the weak.
So units replenish plus slaves. I think that's more attractive right now than 800 gold, so let's go ahead and grab that.
My cruelty knows no limits. On my way.
Okay, so this guy runs away, but we're able to follow up and kill him.
Victorious.
Now, we're not going to be able to go into raid stance afterwards, so I will take a fair amount more attrition on my units in the coming turn, but as I said before, it's only going to be the garrison here, which is these 9 units. I can't see what they are, but I'm not too scared about it. They might have something like a feral mammoth, but
Fear me.
even that we can deal with fairly easily with concentrated crossbow fire. Yeah, so I'm saving the points on Malekith, that's right.
They give good service.
You got to rank 5, but again, I don't really need this currently. So let's have a think here. One battle here, one battle here, then I'm going to come back and sack this.
All shall kneel before me.
Or I have that option at least. So I want to get both my masters to rank 6.
A worthy
At rank 6 they pick this up for sure. I don't think, yeah, I think I'll just go for the skill. I'm not going to try and sort of min-max for the combat effectiveness right here.
rogue.
Okay, I think that's Arcane Conduit on my Sorceress, which is very nice. Yeah, I want her to get up to Immortality, but obviously a little ways away from that. Okay, so now we go ahead and follow up here. Yeah, I'm still going to fight this manually. I don't want to take more damage than necessary,
Come, Truki, to battle.
but yeah, they just took too much damage in the first battle to really mount much of a threat here, I think. Alright. Gambling never pays. Sure.
The Witch King.
Dark shards.
Check my units aren't gonna have line of sight issues. No, it should be all fine.
Master Druki! Battle ready.
Don't think much of their stuff will get to our front lines this time, to be honest.
My power is yours.
So won't bother with the checkerboard. Yeah, looks like they're just gonna rush straight at us. So be it.
Eager for battle. Nagarothi!
Chosen of King.
Does this reduce cooldown on Arcane Conduit 2? Not sure. I guess it should do. Yeah, Benny has maybe the most effective against the Marauders for the cost, just because they don't have much armor. It's an interesting one. Yeah, I think just shooting into
Throwers.
any unit over here is going to be fine.
Malekith.
The merciless host.
Star rises. Battle calls.
Malekith.
Okay, let's try a Burning Head angled across their infantry.
Warrior Sarios.
Yeah, it's a little hard to time correctly. I did... no, I didn't do great on that, to be perfectly honest. Looks like this could be reasonable, though.
Chariots. Understood.
Alright, these Marauders are chasing us over this way. That's fine.
Dark elves.
The Lord's coming right at Malekith, but I think he's just going to get shot. Yep. Beautiful.
Attend me.
Malekith hit himself with his own spell a little. It's okay, though. Yeah, you're running away. Yeah, you're not going to last very long. Okay, so we just have these units over here.
Dark shards.
Let's turn around. Focus fire on them.
All sounds ready.
Chariots. Master Druki. Bolt throwers.
Malekith.
Alright, nice job.
Eager for battle.
So yeah, all their stuff gets wiped out here. And I guess I'll probably go for the slaves and replenishment again, although it depends what the replenishment, exactly how much that is. Yeah, we don't really need to keep finding it all here. I really like the Dark Elf units. I think, well, I should phrase that more precisely. I think the Dark Elves have some very good units, including like the early tier crossbowmen, and get a repeater bolt thrower or two in there too. It's just really difficult for you know, light infantry to break down,
All shall kneel before me.
like actually get to grips with that formation. I mean, they barely got into melee at all in either of those battles, honestly. And you can see I can get away with having a pretty light front line, just a few melee units. You don't need more, honestly. Alright, 6% more replenishment, 182 slaves.
Heads.
Sure.
Enslave the weak.
Alright, Dragonbane Gem, not the best, but still fine, I suppose.
Bow before Malekith.
Yeah, just checking things out here because I've just obviously picked up quite a lot more slaves. I'm gonna go ahead and start building a little defense force here. Just get dread spears. Fire resistance. I don't feel like...
Malekith, king of Nagaroth.
You know what? I'm gonna give that to the sorceress,
Traitorous head.
just so that she can, if necessary, drop fire spells on top of herself. I mean, yeah, the AoE fire spells don't do much damage to single entities anyway, but I kind of like the idea of the fire mage having fire resistance. In case something goes wrong. Just seems like a sensible precaution.
Godly and cower.
Yeah, this magic resistance and... I mean, this is like an anti-enemy spellcaster ring, and even though it's rated as rare, whereas this is just common, I'd rather the 6% ward save for the stuff we're fighting currently.
My cruelty knows
Okay.
no limits. They are adequate.
So you have Sycophantic Schemer, and you get
Slaughter
to...
myself.
Probably, yeah, 16 for this. Don't need this other stuff right now. Yeah, let's just go for the extra magic.
Malekith, king of Nagaroth.
So unfortunately, I don't have enough movement again for
I shall enjoy this.
going into raid stance, but I have dealt with all their armies, so that should be okay. I'm just curious.
The witch
It does say
king
enables
is
replenishment on this stance. I'm just wondering.
I suppose.
Yeah, it looks like.
Dark indeed. Fine.
I'm just seeing the green and red health bar over here like shift slightly,
Will aid you.
as if this is meaning I take a little less damage. I'm gonna come raise Iron Fort next turn. So yeah, it's not a problem using up all my movement because I'm not gonna be able to like raise it and then come halfway back next turn or whatever.
All shall kneel before me.
Okay, I think that all went really well. And we have new technology here. Weapon strength and missile strength. Yeah, but this is only missile strength for the dark shards. I think that's still the best option of the three for now, since I'm using the dark shards for so much more damage.
Dread Lord of the Droop.
Yeah, we'll have a lot to spend money on when Nagaron gets to tier 3, so just save money for that. Alright, and down this way... Okay, here are the exiles from the heck. Background is plagued, apparently, that's interesting. But I'm still not in contact with these other factions, I don't believe.
Those are captured.
Oh, silly beastmen have gone to war with everybody. RIP.
What?
Yeah, I can no longer see what Malice is up to because I broke the alliance with him, but... Oops. Doesn't really affect what I'm doing, to be honest. Yeah, let's see where Hellebron is. Over this way. One interesting thing to point out is that Mung does have another army here, but that army can't actually occupy these settlements because these are non-Norscan settlements. It's only the settlements like these that a Norscan faction actually starts with that can be, no, yeah. Well, right. Those count as Norscan, and it's those plus ports and, like, major settlements like Nagaron, the sort of race capitals that could be occupied. So even though the Mung have an army here, they can't, like, grab one of these settlements to survive. Which is worth noting. Survive losing their cities here, I mean. Okay, everything here looks fine.
Don't waste my time with petty intrigues.
Yep, she's still happy with us. Hopefully can get the reliability above low. Or hopefully this doesn't last too long, although we did break a military alliance, which is about as bad as it gets. Okay.
I am king of the Druki, leader of the merciless host.
Demanding payment from me. That's interesting. Yeah, this is the sort of thing that the AI is probably going to do more and more over the campaign, particularly if I get a bit weak. I don't know how much the chance of them demanding payment is related to stuff like reliability. I will go ahead and do this. I mean, this is a campaign where it's so critical that I stay on the good side of Haganeth, and even though they have a huge positive relation, I'm not, you know, if I refuse their demands for payment, I don't know, there's some chance they might consider breaking the alliance or something. And it's also not that much gold, so yeah, go on, have it.
You think
Oh, I didn't even realise we still had a military access pact. Sure, whatever. I guess Odin's gotten word about what's happening back at home. And he and his troops have the sad trek back across the continent. Chaos stirs. Well, fortunately, I don't think we're going to be seeing any actual Chaos armies for a long time, but... Quest issued. Earn the following amount from raiding. Well, I already... Oh, 272 out of 772. Okay. Well, we can raid Dagrak's End on the way back. Let's see, and these are just... Yeah, so we'll be able to complete that this turn because we're going to raise this.
a chilling kith?
That's the raiding. That's just capture captives. Yeah. Okay. So,
Which king?
yeah, it took about 10% attrition damage. That's okay. I'm not too worried about the damage on my heroes. I don't think there should be enough in this garrison to cause a problem.
Very well.
Yeah, we're going to take another turn of attrition after this too, but
Spreading
I don't think there's much left in the way of fighting here. So let's check out the garrison.
this world will
They've got a
be
Skinwolf Werkin. Okay, that's a little scary. Definitely, I've got to make sure he doesn't get a chance to rip the sorceress apart or something. Then infantry, marauders. Yeah, the Norscan garrisons are not very good. They don't have a feral mammoth. They do have some more ice trolls, but that's it.
the
Okay,
true king.
so let's launch this attack and raise Iron Frost.
No mercy.
Yeah, again in a battle I could auto resolve, but don't want a unit getting wiped out somehow. Yeah, we have the maneuverability advantage this time. They don't have any cavalry, so chariots can go harass them. I think this is the same map we fought them on the first time, or we fought at the other settlement with the hills. Yeah, that's right. I like this hill ridge. Alright, 3 times in a row I've lost Winds of Magic from gambling. Maybe the gambling doesn't pay.
Dealers in death.
Okay, let's have the Blackguard on this flank this time. I feel like that's where the It's just kind of the orientation of the hill. Like there's likely to be a bit of a stronger enemy force here, and I'm sure the Blackguard can take care of themselves. Alright. Switch to multi-shot.
Malekith.
Fire off the arcane conduit. Go up and start shooting some hunters. Yeah, so the work-in is pretty fast. He's almost as fast as the cold one. That's funny. Armor 70. Yeah. Meter psychology and generating. Yeah, it's definitely a bit nasty if he gets into combat. Obviously, we'll be making sure he does not get into combat. Okay, let's maybe just tweak my main battle line very slightly here. Yeah.
Without question.
Alright.
Forward.
Yeah, so trolls are coming up on this flank, and that's fine. The Master and the Blackguard Dangaroth are pretty... should be able to hold the trolls long enough for the missiles to rout them. Yeah, I think at this point you can just kind of run round, and if you distract a unit into chasing after you, then all the better. Okay, about to get a Flamestorm down here. Stick it down right here. Not sure the Mortar Spearmen are actually scarier, but they're in slightly closer formation, so probably do a bit more damage. Yeah, 40 kills. Decent.
Our sorcery is majestic.
Okay, just give them the run around. Here comes our general,
Crave battle.
who is being shot to death. Oh my goodness, look at him go down. Poor guy is getting absolutely slaughtered. Yeah, he's had enough.
Onward.
That is exactly what I wanted to happen. Alright, that sort of missed the first unit, but should hit this one. Troll's getting hopefully routed. Yeah.
Master Druki, making ground.
It's really amazing the just the difficulty, like how different
Chariot.
how different it is to take on and beat different factions in this. I mean, I feel like the Norskins don't have amazing leadership, but the leadership boost they get from legendary difficulty, you know, they've got like, yeah, plus 14. Oh, sorry, that's my unit. Yeah, difficulty modifier plus 10. So every enemy unit just gets a straight plus 10 leadership. But yet, in these fights against the Norskins, they just have broken almost on contact.
Onward.
Yeah, all we have to do is just route this one unit that wandered over after the chariots, and we should be good. Is that going to catch anyone? Oh no, that was a terrible cast. Oops. Yeah, that looks a bit better. Alright, some of us coming back for round 2, but they've got no chance really.
To destruction.
Where are the Norscan the ice trolls? Not sure. I could have done better at like following up and actually wiping them out after the first attack, but I'm sure it's not going to matter here.
Dark shards. Cold-blooded killers. Master Druki. Merciless warriors.
The destroyer hungers.
They're not going to get into combat, and they're done. Alright,
Sorceress of blood.
very nice. I'm sure I could get a few thousand gold for sacking this, but I don't really want to hang around here in the north longer, and I'd rather sack the settlement closer to Nagarond.
Bow before Malekith.
So yeah, this is very tempting, but I'll just raise it. Oh, that's actually more gold than I figured I'd get for raising. Ooh, bound spell, Assault of Stone. Well, I've had a lot of fun with that scroll, with the vampire campaign, and I'm sure I'll make great use of it here as well. Okay, got extra money for that quest. And right, this is the battle against Chaos that I will not take on right now, but can do to get the Circlet of Iron. Okay. Picked up a slaver. Nice. Alright, so we're out of movement. We can hopefully come over here and raid next turn to avoid taking excess attrition. Turn after that, get back to sacking. Dagrak's End for as long as I want. Yeah, everything's looking good. And yeah, this other army from Mung that's now like making its way back across the continent is not a danger to either Malekith or my troops here, so... Okay, but even with recruiting these troops, I am losing... Yeah, slaves minus 11. Okay, let's keep recruiting. So that's all my movement and stuff I can do. Let's just see... Yeah, so Nagarith, that's the High Elf faction. Oh, attacking the Forge Bound. That's down in the south, I don't care. Exiles of Nahek fighting Clarkarund, sure. Just have a quick look at the map, but I don't think I need to worry about the conflicts down here just yet. It'd be great to get in touch with Marathi and try and sort of get agreements going with her like I have with Hellebron, but she's just a bit too far away. So, yeah, we'll see how Hellebron does up against the Frozen City out here. She makes that attack. I'm assuming these will be pretty low tier units. But so is most of Hellebron's army, I suppose. Alright. Good stuff.
You think you...
Demanding more money, huh? Well, I didn't expect her to be asking for money every turn. I'm not sure whether it's triggered by me having some amount of money, or by me being weak, or by me having low reliability. I will continue to pay it, at least for now. There might come a time when that's not the case. I mean, it's not like it's just disappearing into the void. She is technically using it for recruiting and stuff, which indirectly helps me, so don't mind it that much. Yeah, I'll be interested to see how things go longer term, trying to keep alliances going and using the other Dark Elf factions to complete the campaign victory conditions. As I said at the beginning, I think I've never tried anything like this, so it might have some ups and downs, let's say that. I guess we already have the some ups and downs with Malice, cutting him loose. Alright, so we've got more units recruited up here. Slaves 55%. No, -4 public order. That corruption -1 will go away, and next turn I can start to improve public order more.
Tyrant of Nagaroth.
Let's see here. I'm not going to be attacking this turn, am I? No.
Moving.
Yeah, I can't even get over to their territory and raid, which is too bad. They're recruiting another... Oh, they are recruiting more troops here. Guess that makes sense. So I'm just going into raid stance here to stop the attrition. I'm not getting any actual benefit from it.
They serve me well.
Okay, you got to rank 7, that's good. Yeah, I'm not interested in the Dark Steed as a mount. I'd just rather increase his defense.
I will flay this traitor myself.
So yeah, 2 more ranks for Dark Pegasus, and think miscast chance down is good. I like overcasting Burning Head sometimes. I'll pick up piercing points of burning, but it's a bit expensive, and I don't really need it, I think. Okay, Malekith. Yeah, he's just saving up skill points to pick everything up at rank 12. Let's have a look here. Yeah, recruit construction cost plus 10% for all buildings. That's annoying to have to pay extra. It's not too bad. The fact we get that plus 8 public order bonus is really helping me here. But I do need that to be stabilized, and it's not going to be stabilized from... So there's 1 point of corruption. That's going to take a while to go away. I don't actually get public order from the capital building. No, that's one thing about the... Yeah, the Dark Elves don't get public order from their main settlement buildings. But I will get 2 from this in 4 turns' time. I think I need to recruit some more units, at least temporarily. I'm doing fine for gold. Okay, and next turn... Oh, right, okay, in a couple of turns I can get the Black Arc up to the rank 3. I think at that point I'll take a break and upgrade this to tier 3 so I can get bolt throwers, and do the shade building so I can get shades. Or I might get the growth building here to just actually develop the Black Art faster, just to see what I feel like. Alright, so that's everything again. Yeah, Exils and Heck are starting to come up here and take this territory. I still haven't come in contact with them though. Alright, that's good. And they're going to have a general here who's recruiting, but I'm confident he's not going to be able to put up much of a fight.
I am king of the Druki.
Still demanding money. Yeah, it's the 3rd turn in a row. We're making enough money that I will continue to do this, but I am now worried slightly about Hellebrand's long-term plan here. It's like, if she just asks for money each turn where she feels she can get away with it, then that could be quite a challenge in this campaign. I mean, I could just refuse her and see what happens, but I certainly don't want her to break the alliance with me or something like that. Why are you coming up here? Okay, they haven't actually recruited more troops here. So let's go ahead and sack this. Unless I want to... Well, I can either sack or raise it. I guess I don't have to make the choice right now. So I could stay here and sack it for a few turns, going into raid stance each turn to avoid the attrition. And that's probably the best opportunity to complete this quest that needs the raiding. It's really annoying to pick up money from raiding, especially later in the game. Like, who would I go to raid, right? I don't really want to be raiding people I'm not going to fight. And the Mung are just super weak here, so feels like they're the best candidates. But yeah, for this turn I'll just go attack and sack the city. Okay, and I should be safe lightning striking this. Oh, sorry, auto-resolving this. Yeah, no problem. Took more damage than I needed to, but I think it's not an issue. So I'll just sack it again, get more replenishment. Yeah, good. Okay, so I'm going to take one more round of attrition here, but then from next turn onwards, I can sack, then go into raiding stance. So let's plan and do that. Oh, Malekith just missed level 12, that's unfortunate. At least the other heroes and stuff are leveling up though, that's good. Yeah, military presence 10, okay, so I don't need to build any more troops here. I can go ahead and get that going. Yeah, that's expensive, but I need that income and growth. And I definitely want to do this. Yeah, let's maybe just hold off on building anything else. Oh, the income building. No, that's worth doing. That's definitely worth doing, because that's going to get boosted by my slaves too. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, 11 turns before I can grab another Black Ark. Okay.
Lord of the Druki.
And 2 turns until I can upgrade this, but that is 3,200 gold, so I might not be able to... Yeah, we'll have to see if I can actually afford that.
Bow before Malekith.
Okay. Looks good. Ah, now Hagenef has declared war on the Mung and the other barbarian faction out here. Great. Yeah, I really want Hagenef to just take the whole of this territory as fast as possible. And shouldn't demand money from me, so I'm happy with that too. Alright.
Feel my power.
Yeah, so public order's actually stabilized here. Yeah, it's because I've lost some slaves, but that's alright.
My cruelty knows no limits.
So let's do my plan I mentioned here of sacking, then going into raid stance.
Crush the weak. Come, my dealers of death. Take anything of value.
Alright, and yeah, let's just move down to...
Tree is mine.
Guess we can just stand here,
Carnage awaits.
go to raid stance.
Give them to
Start making much money from raiding, but that's fine. It's, I mean, this is actually pretty profitable for me. Not only in gold slaves, but also just... not the raiding, but like the raiding and sacking is profitable. I also get lots of level ups on my characters, which is obviously really valuable. So now I get to go for all 3 of these right away. This is really good, although it does need Malekith to be in Nagarond. But for expensive buildings, that definitely helps. Public order plus 10, local province, diplomatic relations plus 15 of Dark Elves, that's great. And this is, yeah, this is one of the other ways to get the slave decline rate down and boost income from slaves even more, so all of these are just good skills. I didn't talk about it, but there's this alternative, more like military and army focused set of skills that I discarded over this set. But yeah, I think Tyrant is just the better choice overall, basically.
a black-hearted rogue.
Just pick this up so I don't forget later.
Bring me his traitorous head.
Okay, and maybe scouting now? Yeah, sure. Getting more magic items would be nice.
Black-hearted dreadlord.
Yeah, just wait on everything over here. Looks good.
The Witch King is victorious.
I'm assuming I won't see that Mung army again, but even if I do, as I was saying, it's just not going to be strong enough to threaten. They might blow up one of they might go after one of Hagenef's settlements. And what's going on down this way? Nothing much of anything. Still relatively early in the campaign. I think I've done a pretty good job of dealing with these initial enemies. Like, to have the Skaven and the Mung taken care of by turn 22 is pretty good going, I think. Do I have...
Fear my malice.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to save up for a few turns to get that upgrade going. That's fine. Just need to remember I can do this from next turn once I actually get money built up. Okay, peace with the Deadwood Sentinels. Fair enough. So now she's going after... I guess I'm not sure exactly where she's going. She is at war with the Aghole over here, so she might be going to take their territory. That would be good. And she picked up another Black Ark. Cool. Ooh, I hope she doesn't get caught in force march. The AI is so bad about that sometimes. Okay, so they sacked Ashrak, but as I was saying, they can't actually capture it, so this army's kind of locked into trying to get back up to their settlement here. Okay, and they actually recruited another lord here.
Lord of the Black Tower.
No, and that army's down to 7 units. Okay.
Ever vengeful.
Alright, well, let's have a look. I've got yeah, almost another 400, so that'd be 4 more turns of staying up here.
This world
I think that should be fine. I think I'm getting... Okay, if I fight the battles manually... Yeah, here's what I should do. I should fight the battles manually, take the replenishment at the end, just so I'm not losing... Because I do get, like, a little bit of extra damage each time on my... Certainly my lords and heroes when I auto-resolve.
Madness! No!
So, okay. I think we're going to end at this part, but yeah, in the future I'll keep sacking Dagrak's End and then kill this army when it comes over to attack, but I will fight the battles manually just to make sure I can sustain through the damage.
Dreadlord of Nagaroth.
Alright, well, another enemy up here more or less dealt with. That'll let Haganeth expand up here too, which she hopefully does. Yep, I think that's all successful. I'm not sure who I'll go after attacking next, like send Malekith off to deal with next. I could have him sit down in Nagaron for a while, just try and apply all his new bonuses to get that built up as fast as possible. Alright, we'll see. Yep. In the meantime, thanks a lot for watching, and see you for the next one.